Welcome, folks. I'm Jaby Koay, joined by Achara Kirk.
Hello.
We're continuing on with Loki, Season 1, Episode 3. For us, it's been about 2 weeks since we've seen Episode 2 because we got to watch screeners for Episode 1 and 2 around the time that Episode 1 dropped. So we are both anxiously waiting. It's quite early here in Los Angeles, and we're both very excited. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut-down version of our reaction because we're only allowed a maximum of 5 minutes picture-in-picture. If you'd like to watch the entire show along with us, uncut, uninterrupted, then head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Jaby Koay. However, you'll need your own Disney Plus subscription because we can't show you picture-in-picture for the entire episode. You'll have to open up the show in an adjacent window to our reaction, and it's like you're watching it with your two favorite pals from the internet.
Yay!
You know, every time we do one of these watch-along things, whether it's from Disney Plus or Amazon or Netflix, anywhere, it's always nerve-wracking because of copyright claims. In a perfect world, there would be no copyright claims. Speaking of perfect world...
Yes! Wait, what? How dare you?
You just ruined my combo.
I don't need your help.
I once had a friend and her name was Ungrateful. wait, her name's Achara. I don't know how I mixed those two up.
I'm telling you, I'm so good at Perfect World Revolution, I'm playing while doing my nails.
Yeah, I'm so good at Perfect World Revolution, I'm playing and doing yoga at the same time. Starfish pose.
I'm playing Perfect World Revolution and learning French at the same time. Buongiorno!
I'm crushing Perfect World Revolution and making a veggie biryani at the same time.
It's pulao, there's no such thing as...
Whatever, I'm making it.
I'm hacking the Matrix while vanquishing demons in Perfect World Revolution.
I'm playing Perfect World Revolution and helping guide man's first mission through a wormhole.
Yeah, well, I'm so good at Perfect World Revolution, I'm playing while doing a one-handed handstand.
You can't even do a handstand with two hands. You want me to believe you can do it with one?
Hey, I didn't say anything about you being able to cook.
What are you talking about?
You can't even boil water right. You want me to believe that you can make a pulao?
Pretty cool we can play with one hand though, right?
Yeah, I love it. Perfect World Revolution is an immersive, fun, and easy-to-play vertical MMORPG. With portrait mode, you can even play one-handed. Pre-register now and be one of the first to download the game when it releases. Come and join us in Perfect World Revolution.
You know, my sister told me something very interesting about Loki.
What'd she say?
She said that before the show came out, it's already been well established that Loki is gender fluid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the comics. Like, this has been a thing for a while.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
I mean, I don't know how much that's going to factor into the show, or if it's just like...
Well, considering that...
an alternate universe version. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Finally.
Why did he do it?
This is unexpected.
I'm liking this tune. It's a good bop. Are you enjoying the bop this morning?
Yeah, it's fun. It's just 5 in the morning.
That's about the same level of bop that I had.
Skins or buffalo fingers.
Or we could eat somewhere else. Do you know how many times the health department has closed this place down?
Well, the drinks seem fine.
Yeah, it's alcohol. It's okay.
You know what brain freeze is, don't you?
Here we go.
So it permeates the roof of your mouth and freezes the synapses in your brain, so your memories are literally frozen in place.
That sounds like a good way out.
Try it. Whatever you're thinking about will get frozen in place.
Okay, ask.
How many people are guarding the timekeepers?
Oh. Oh!
Hey, how long have we been best friends? Seriously though, you know you can tell me anything, right?
Of course.
So why won't you tell me how many people are guarding the timekeepers?
Oh, well, there's...
Oh my god.
But I don't know you.
It's okay. You're just tired.
Yeah, I'm probably just tired.
Oh, trippy.
Oh man, that's like some
How do I find the elevators?
hardcore
They're gold.
mind effery.
Wow.
Did she get enough information?
I wasn't expecting that. We should have.
Yeah, right?
I thought we were getting like some backstory on her for a split second.
No, I knew. I had a feeling that it was... Well,
I was stupid, okay? God.
no, initially I thought that maybe she was just looking for a friend and she betrayed her because she became a friend. But yeah, now it makes sense. All right, girl, tie your hair up. Business time. Let's go. All right, guys, it's not coffee break time. Okay, goodbye. It doesn't work. Oh, that's right. Magic don't work here. Oh. Oh, fun.
savage! Don't drop your weapon, dude.
That's a good thing he followed her.
Yeah.
I knew it was something good.
No, don't speak too soon.
Rooting for Loki.
This is Loki. But yes, I am hopeful.
Now, he must have known what she was up to.
Oh.
See?
Oh. Ooh, double swords. Love. Nice.
Is he Raphael now? He's got 2 short swords.
Is that what Raphael had?
Short swords are just knives, aren't they?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Ah, gosh. Brutal. Okay.
How much do we want to...
All right.
Wow.
Oh.
Questions.
Have you really got nothing else better to do?
Rude.
Dang,
I
she's
thought
got...
perhaps we could work together. So either you'll come willingly,
She has a big sword.
or you won't. Either way, that's how I get to be the timekeepers.
Hey!
Oh, lady, I love your
Come any
outfit.
closer and I'll kill him.
Go for it.
She doesn't give a shit. Oh.
Where are they?
Ooh.
Goodbye, variant.
Ha. Oh, okay, cool.
His powers are back. He's not inside the...
Just give it back to me. You don't even know how to recharge it.
Of course I do. Not the only tech-savvy Loki.
Don't ever call me that. No, a Loki.
Ooh.
Is that one of your powers?
Where did you send us?
Oh, here we go. The purple planet.
Oh, people thought that he was sitting with ScarJo,
Yeah.
Black Widow, but he's probably sitting with her.
Oh, don't speak too soon. Anything could happen.
Didn't need your help.
You're so weird!
I'm loving this like weird sibling rivalry. Don't even try. Does it work on him?
What's he doing? It won't work.
Why? Because you're a magician.
No, because my mind is too strong. Listen, neither of us is getting off this rock if we can't get that temp pad turned back
Where
on.
do you have it hidden?
In my heart.
Well, then I'll cut it out.
Nice. Very droll. Lovely. Where are you going?
There's power somewhere on this moon. We just need enough of it to travel through interdimensional time and space. Don't call me variant.
I'm sorry, but I'm not calling some faded photocopy of me Loki.
Good, because that's not who I am anymore. I'm Sylvie now.
Oh, you changed your name. Brilliant.
It's called an alias.
It's not very Loki-like.
Yeah? I'm just checking the coupling, making sure it can connect.
Right.
Okay, hand it over.
Pitiful. I'm not giving it to you. You're gonna have to try harder than that.
Then don't give me your tech-savvy ideas either. The TemPad requires a massive power source, not a nightlight.
Brute force is no substitute for diplomacy and guile.
Ooh.
It's remarkable that you ever made it as far as you did. Sorry about that. Hello, dear. You're as beautiful as I
I knew it.
Yeah.
Patrice never said a thing that nice and thorough.
Yeah.
Travelers and devils.
Where is everyone?
The Ark.
Something like that would have enough juice to repower the TemPad.
That's not enough power. She has a thing that can like blast them. Wow.
Maybe they need an absurd amount of power.
Well, that just doesn't seem to be a very good situation for like an electronic device. They messed up there.
We're doing this one my way.
Oh, look.
Someone with a shit plan.
Just enchant him now.
Whoa, hey!
Taking this one to Sharu.
And the tickets?
Orders come from the top to get her on this train.
Sir, this... I just remembered that headquarters radioed in the request for them this morning.
I'm not going to waste my time rooting around for the TemPad when someone taught you fairly decent magic.
My mother.
What was she like?
I knew it.
A queen of Asgard.
She was good. Purely decent. Tell me about your mother.
I barely remember her. Just blips of a dream at this point.
You know, when I was young, she'd do these little bits of magic for me. I'd turn a flower into a frog or cast fireworks over the water, and it all seemed impossible. But she told me that one day I'd be able to do it too, because I could do anything. She was the kind of person you want to believe in you. Where'd you learn to do the
I taught myself.
You taught yourself that magic?
Yeah, I did. Really, it'd be easier if I just
Enchanted me and make you give you the 10 pack so you can leap out of the living train. No, thank you.
Well, then don't ask.
Okay.
Is that a good idea, Loki?
And pity the old woman chose to die, don't you think?
She was in love.
She hated him.
Maybe love is hate. Love is mischief, then.
No. Love is something I might have to have another drink to think about.
I so wanted to hear what Loki's definition of love was. Oh.
When she sings, she sings, come home. When she sings, she sings, come home.
Who's that guy?
I stormsvarte fjäll och synger när kommer du hem.
Men Change the subject. I thought of an answer.
To what?
Your question.
Yes.
Love is a dagger. It's a weapon to be wielded far away or up close. You can see yourself in it. It's beautiful until it makes you bleed, but ultimately when you reach for it.
It isn't real.
That's sad.
It doesn't make sense, does it?
No. Terrible metaphor.
Damn. I thought I had something there.
I think he had something strong.
Uh-huh.
Stay cool.
It's gonna be fine.
Sir, can I see your tickets?
Tickets. Here they are. Oops.
Ooh!
Awful throw.
Bye.
Oh, no, no, no!
Well, that's not ideal.
Oh.
Give me the 10 pack.
All right, all right, all right.
Ooh.
I feel like I've been in that position too many times.
What now?
I don't know. You broke the 10 pad.
Well, the entire moon is destroyed, right?
Yep, and everyone on it is killed.
What about the Ark?
The Ark never leaves because it's destroyed.
Never had us on it.
It's also a surefire way to...
Mess with the timeline?
Yeah, unless it doesn't matter because the moon gets destroyed anyway, and so they would never be found. Who knows?
I feel like I've told you so much about me. I really don't know the first thing about you. I just need to know if I can trust you.
You can't.
Okay, fine. You want to know how enchantment works? I have to make physical contact and then grab hold of their mind. That young soldier from the TVA, her mind was messed up, everything clouded. I had to pull a memory from hundreds of years prior, before she even fought for them.
What did you say? Before she joined the TVA, I was told that everyone who works at the TVA was created by the Timekeepers.
They're all variants, just like us.
Oh. So where's Mobius from?
We have to get on that Ark and make sure it takes off.
Ooh. Dang, that's close. Ugh.
You okay?
Yeah.
Hold it. Stop right there.
Just go.
I've got it.
Ooh. Nice one, Loki.
Okay, if you got that power.
Yeah, I know. Maybe you gotta conserve it a little, you know? Oh no. Is that why it never leaves? No! No!
It was very, very interesting. This had very big set pieces, which is exactly what I was anticipating when watching the trailers for this show. Like that whole sequence at the end, especially, like they built this whole set, the visual effects of that moon crashing in. It's a huge, epic set piece, a spectacle to say the least. Like they obviously spent a lot of money on this episode here. It makes sense why this was a shorter episode, kind of like the whole Game of Thrones logic. Shorter, but bigger. It was very interesting as far as uncovering more of Loki. I could tell that in the scene work between them that there's always something else going on in her mind. There's always something deeper. Like that scene when he was like kind of drunk and partying, even though he said he wasn't drunk. She was touched by something going on with him. There's something he was singing.
I imagine that it was like an old Asgardian song or something like that. With Loki, I'm like, I never know what to expect. Like maybe that was his plan all along to kind of, get under her skin, make her feel vulnerable and like that she trusts him and stuff. And that might have been part of it. Or it's just like, he's the god of mischief and he's having fun and it's an open bar and he's like, cool. Let's party because it's the end of the world.
Yeah, when that device broke, it was hard to know if he was just being a klutz or if like that's part of his plan.
Yeah, you just never know with Loki. Like that's how I feel. Like the whole time we're watching it and you're making, judgments and thinking about what might happen next. I'm like, okay, it's Loki. Like we just don't know. He's an unpredictable character and that's what I love about him.
Yeah. I enjoyed the episode. I have positive feelings about it. I have positive feelings about the show still, and I'm very much looking forward to the next episode. However, I would say that of the 3 so far, this was actually my least favorite. Again, I enjoyed it. It was just my least favorite of the 3 because I really, really get a lot of gratification out of Loki and Mobius. That relationship, there's something very special there.
I did miss Mobius in this episode.
I was looking forward to more of that. With the cliffhanger of episode 2, it's like, oh, we're going to get to see this Loki and learn about that. And I just overall wasn't as floored as I was hoping I would be by the female Loki. And maybe that has to do with my expectations and me just being all amped up, waiting for 2 weeks for this episode to drop. But like in watching their scene work and whatnot, I wasn't as charmed as I was by Loki. Loki has always been an extremely charming character.
Yes.
Now she's a different person. It's totally excusable. She's more aggro. I had to tell myself that while watching the show, like this is a variant, right? It's a different version of Loki, and so all behavior is essentially excused or acceptable because she's different than him. They make a point to establish that over the course of the dialogue, right? They're kind of hitting you over the head with that. Speaking of hitting you over the head, the whole disparity of class and whatnot is kind of like hitting you over the head as well, spoon feeding you like, oh my God, the disparity of like, look how the wealth get to escape and the poor people are going to be left behind to die. It's like,
well, yeah, that's what would happen
right, but every single
time.
I already got that message from 2012. Or was that the movie with John Cusack? I'm pretty sure that's the film. Again, like I really enjoyed the set pieces and whatnot, and I thought the ambition was awesome. Like I really appreciate what they were going for with this episode. Like they were going for a huge spectacle oneer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With like this whole world falling apart and following them through this whole thing, and it doesn't cut, seemingly. I thought that was really ambitious. However, it wasn't pulled off at a 10 out of 10.
Oh, in terms of like all of the effects?
In terms of any of the action. The effects were amazing.
Yeah.
The effects were amazing in this. Like, as far as visual effects go, applause, But as far as like the fighting goes, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fighting. It's passable fighting. It works for this. I've seen better out of Marvel. I've seen better out of Marvel TV. I always go back to Daredevil. I'm sorry. With the oneer, it's like that's a very hard thing to do. It's always difficult to do a oneer. To add on top of that, like all the visual effects and whatnot that the actors have to think about, like, okay, so you're about to get bombarded by this thing that you can't see. To have to consider all that while fighting people and whatnot, and it's like, for a moment, I'm like, why are they fighting? Why are these soldiers fighting when, like, the end of the world is here? I was a little bit confused by that, but I guess it makes sense. And maybe there's a message within that of, like, that's how deeply rooted this loyalty to a cause that you shouldn't be loyal to. That's how deep it goes. It's like, even in the face of the end of the world, soldiers are going to be loyal.
You're still doing your job.
Exactly. even though you're about to die. It was just stupid. But it seemed like everybody woke up as soon as the rocket got hit by the rock. As far as the action goes, like, I really love how ambitious it was. Like, I appreciate that. I'm probably being overly analytical, but overall, I still enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. I'm like, this is really cool for like TV. Like, damn.
Honestly, I really enjoyed that episode. And for me, the things that I enjoyed the most were actually the dialogue and the intimate scenes
I thought you might.
with Loki and Sylvie. Because I get where you're coming from. It's like, when compared to the Loki that we know and love already, yeah, she doesn't possess that same level of charm and mischief. But like you said, she's a completely different person from a completely different reality. I'm really curious because I can see that she's really layered and that she has a backstory and that something happened to her, and it was probably something really tragic. To give her that drive to want to do this crazy thing, to like take down the timekeepers, that's not something, I mean, to be fair, our Loki also wants to, to do something with the timekeepers, but I feel like she's got a much bigger, more important cause, like
as far as she's concerned,
like she seems a lot more serious than our Loki. I'm willing to give her a chance, and I love the relationship and the dynamic that's coming out between them, like this kind of awkward brother and sister dynamic, and that kind of antagonistic thing that you have with your siblings. Sometimes there is the potential for a great partnership between them, and so I'm really optimistic and hopeful for seeing how it blossoms.
I agree with you 100% about the way she's being written. Okay. It's that. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Like herself, I'm not sold on yet.
Right.
And like, it's a tall order. But I was just thinking about it while you were talking about it, and I was like, when I know this is not the best reference, I apologize in advance to anyone who's offended by this, but when I saw the architect for the first time in Matrix Reloaded, I was like, oh my God, this guy. I didn't know who was behind that door when Neo walked through it, but that guy blew me away. I knew nothing about him. I didn't know what to expect. And so we have a similar situation here where I didn't know we were going to get a female Loki. When I got her, I was like, okay, that's cool. It works for this show. I think that I was hoping for more somehow, and it might be my own fault because I just had expectations.
Sure.
After episode 1 and 2 and just loving it, I'm thinking I'm going to love this episode 2, and I'm like, okay. Like, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it. I think I was expecting to come out just loving it all over again and just wanting to squeeze it and you know what I'm saying?
I love you and hug you and squeeze you and never let you go.
And I just didn't get that feeling at the end of this. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to be as honest as possible about like the gut feeling I had just watching it. I'm like, well, this is how I feel. Watching the dialogue between them, I'm like, I think Achara's enjoying this more than I am. I'm watching it. I'm just looking at the scene work between them, and it just feels slightly paint by numbers for me as far as her performance goes. Slightly. God, that's so critical. When I say it out loud, it sounds horrible. But I'm watching her and I'm like, I feel the beats. I'm like, I see all the beats that are playing out. I'm like, okay, these are the beats you're supposed to feel. These are the moments of pauses you're supposed to have. It's like, it's all very expected as far as that dynamic goes. Everything that happened between them is about... From about the first 5 minutes, I'm like, okay, I see where this episode's going, and nothing really played out in a way that surprised me. Down to, oh, maybe that power source will work. Okay, yeah, just hand me the thing. You tried to trick me. Yeah, you tried to trick me too. Like, all of that was exactly what I was expecting to happen. Nothing surprised me.
Or is this something that the writers and filmmakers are doing to give you like this false sense of like, I know what's happening. I know this character. I know exactly what she's doing.
I sure hope so.
And then later on, it turns out that, I don't know, maybe she was playing us all along.
I hope so.
Do you know what I mean?
I hope so. I loved Loki still. That moment when he does the fireworks thing, Tom Hiddleston's awesome, because he's got this thing. He's going into his backstory. He's obviously got a lot of regret that he's handling. Yeah, both of them do. But, like, I'm buying into his more, obviously, because we've got, so many, movies to support him.
Yeah, because we know the backstory, and, like, we know who his mother is. And, like, I loved that scene, actually, because it was, like, a moment of vulnerability between the two of them. Because you see Sylvie, and she's kind of, like, you get this sense that she lost something, right? And it's like her mother. She didn't really have that relationship.
Right.
And here is Loki, and he's able to say, well, my mother was kind of amazing, and this was the type of person that she was, and he shared this really sweet and moving story about her, and it was just like a lovely moment between the two of them, and like it really got me. It was just like a nice little scene there.
No, I agree with you.
Fireworks.
I agree with you as far as Loki's side is concerned. I agree with you.
Okay. What do you think about the stuff that they found out about the variants? And the people who work at the...
I like that. Okay, so here's what I'll say. Thank you for saying that. My favorite scene with Sylvie was the opening scene. Her scene with the girl from the TVA.
Oh, yeah, that was nice. I like that one.
Yeah, that whole thing where she's having drinks and they're having a good time. And, like, I actually got a little bit caught off guard there because I thought that was just a flashback. And, like, I don't know, a meteor was going to hit or something. I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah. I thought that they had suddenly become like besties or something. So I guess maybe she's just lonely, you know, like she became friends with this guard and, you know, whatever. And it's like, oh no, actually she's just manipulating her. And there was a nice switch there.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, the way that was all handled as far as filmmaking goes and as far as acting goes, I thought that they did a really, really good job. And, you know, with the TVA soldier and just like her confusion and whatnot, I thought that was cool. Like they played off of each other really, really well. Yeah. And then you cut to she's on the floor and she's got her hand on her head. That whole thing I thought was good. Like, and that actually I think got me amped up for watching her in this episode to be met with. I think the brother sisterly, you know, dynamic came a little quick. I think that's where my issue is because it happened so quick. I'm like, yo, maybe it makes sense because they're both like a variant of the same individual.
Right. But also, you got to think about survival, right? Like, you're in that situation. They're both super smart. They're going to use whatever, you know, tactics they have in order to survive. So they're stuck together now. So it's like, okay, well, maybe if I get chummy with this other Loki, then maybe that'll help me survive.
Maybe what I needed was a little bit less from her dialogue-wise in the first 20 minutes after she gets paired up with Loki. Just a little bit less.
Oh, like have him be the verbose, talkative one who's like trying to get her on side, and then later on you find a little bit more about her.
I think that would have worked better for me because like right away they're just going at it with each other, and it would have been a stronger establishment that this is not the same Loki if she's talking less because she's about survival and she's going to let you, kind of like Jackie Chan in Rush Hour, he's going to let you talk.
Just like peter yourself out with the chit chat.
Exactly. Yeah. He's kind of like Chris Tucker in this particular instance. So I think I would have liked that a little bit more as opposed to immediately going into this dialogue because it makes the show feel a bit self-aware for me. Overall, like I said, positive, very positive feelings here. I just wanted more. That's it. It's a weird critique to make because I'm very much looking forward to the next episode. I'm still excited as heck. And, Tom Hiddleston is carrying this thing strong.
Yeah. Can't wait for more Owen Wilson.
Absolutely. I really hope there's like more of them together.
Yeah, and I'm super interested to find out more about his backstory because they've teased it here with these people at the TVA weren't just created.
Right.
Like they came from somewhere and they have a past, and it's this kind of like weird, ominous, dark thing. It's like, what happened to them? How did they get chosen? You know, like why were they ripped away from their lives like that? What will happen if they find out?
This is certainly the most interesting of the Marvel shows that has been put out so far for me on Disney Plus because, you know, I enjoyed WandaVision. I really enjoyed Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I do have complaints there. But this so far is like really in line with what I've been looking forward to from Marvel. Is just like this kind of brain cracking kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where like, you know, it's expanding on the lore and exploring characters that are just like beyond this world. Like I think that's really, really cool. And Tom Hiddleston is awesome. And so yeah, very much looking. And I interrupted you. I'm sorry, but I'm very much looking forward to the next episode.
Oh yeah, me too.
So you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe and hit that bell icon, all notifications. If you're watching this on Patreon, thanks so much for supporting us here. Very much appreciate it. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Achara Kirk.
Peace out.